Well, hello. It's Betty, and I'm back to read some more from my mother's diary from 1954. I think this is reading number 3, so I'm just going to get started so it won't be too long. Now, I will remind you that this is 1954. My mother is 44, and she is approaching 45 in a couple of months from where I'm starting today. She has 3 little girls still at home, my sister Wanda, me, and my sister Elaine. And she has my 2 older brothers who are both married and away from home. So this is what her life was like in the rural South 72 years ago. So I'm just going to read, and some of it I may not be able to make out, and there'll be names you don't know. My brother's names are Howard and John, and sisters Elaine, Betty, me, and Wanda. And my mother's twin sister's Aunt Beulah. And those are the main characters. So I won't try to stop and tell you everything. I'll just try to read as much as I can. Dear Diary, this is September the 1st, 1954. Today was cool and windy. Harold and Norma Lee came. We went to see the car that was wrecked. In my last video, she talks about a wreck that kills 3 teenage boys. Howard and Minnie was here when we got back. Dear Diary, has been burning hot since 12. Charlie left to go to Miss Schuler's. Now, Charlie's my dad, and he's gone to see his mother. About 3 p.m. I done a big washing. I am tired and I have a cold. We got a letter from Lillian. She's my sister-in-law in France. Dear Diary, today I ironed. Still feel bad with a cold. Charlie came home about 12. Howard, Minnie, Francis Hayden, and children come. We watch TV. Now, I think a lot of the visits from people, we had a television, and she mentions watching TV a lot, so maybe some of these people that visited didn't have a television, and that's why, because just about every day someone visiting. Francis went to sleep, another hot day. September the 4th, Dear Diary, today was a hot day. I went up to Mrs. Johnson's. Harold normally came late in the evening. Dear Diary, today I went to church and to the singing at the courthouse. Mrs. Johnson came. Ruby and I went to church tonight, another hot day. I'm sorry, these pages are hard to turn. Dear Diary, today I sewed and mended the children's clothes. Been awfully hot. Mrs. Johnson and I went to WMU at Antioch Church tonight. Now, back in those days, you mended and repaired your clothes. You didn't go out and get new clothes every day. So she's preparing our clothes because school has probably started or about to start, and she's getting our clothes ready. September the 7th. Dear Diary, I got the pictures we made coming home from Ohio. They are good, and I've got some of those pictures, and they are cute. I went to Mrs. Johnson's. Betty Quinn came, Howard and Minnie, Harold, Man, and Ruby. Dear Diary, today, after school, we went to Howard and Minnie's, Ruth's tonight. We watched TV. Harold and Norma Lee came with a baby. Not quite as hot today. September the 9th. Dear Diary, I washed today. Still hot and dry. Howard and Minnie come tonight. Took the children to the Wink Theater to see Francis the Mew. I remember going to the theater to see that movie. It was funny, and probably maybe the first time we ever went to a movie, but I couldn't remember the name of it, but I knew it had to do with a mule or a horse or something. I think it was a talking mule. But that was fun. I remember it. September the 10th. Dear Diary, today I mended socks. Oh my. Cleaned house. Today was partly cloudy, no rain. Reba Richards and girls, Harold, Normally, and little Tate, that was their son, came a while tonight. Charlie went to a sale. He liked to go to auctions and stuff like that. Dear Diary, today was a pleasant day. I washed my hair, went to Miss Johnson's. She rolled it for me. Howard and Minnie come tonight. September 12th. Dear Diary, to the girls and I went to church. We went to the assembly in Cleveland, Tennessee. Mama, Musa, Wayne, Willie, Charles, Smiled, Bernice, May Holt, Larry, Randy, Don, and Joan came. 13th. Dear Diary, today Minnie Ruth spent the day with me. Howard and Charlie went to Chattanooga. The children went to school. A cool and pleasant day. Dear Diary, I have took it easy today. Mrs. Johnson came a while in the evening. Howard and Minnie came tonight. We watched TV till 10. Still a hot, dry day. Dear Diary, today I went to see Mrs. Richards. I have a sore hand. It is still dry and dusty. September the 16th. Dear Diary, today I washed. Charlie helped me. Now, it was rare for my dad to do any housework, but she said my hand is worse. Went to the doctor this evening. Got a penicillin shot. Normally Dixon came a while this morning. It rained a little today. Dear Diary, today I haven't done much of anything. Mrs. Charles and Hugh came. Been hot and dusty. Got the road full of dust. Dear Diary, today I took Elaine to the dentist. Had to make an appointment for next Saturday. Reba and children came tonight. Charlie went to church. 19th. Howard and Minnie came tonight. Brought us some of his birthday cake. He was 24 today. Dear Diary, same day. Today we went to Waleska, Georgia, where we was married on December the 19th, 1926. And then to Claude Schuler's and Paul King's. Went to Maud Bailey and her uncle. Dave Schuler, been years since we had seen him. Dear Diary, today I cleaned dust out of the house. We lived on a dirt road, so that was no air conditioning, windows open to get the breeze. Billy the bird is always following me from room to room. Dear Diary, September 21st. Rained a good shower today. I ironed a big ironing, rather cool. The children are all liking going to school. I am waiting to get a letter from John and Leon. They're in France. Dear Diary, today was a pleasant day. Howard and Minnie, Reba and children came. We had pinto beans for supper tonight. They was good. I had pinto beans for my supper tonight too. In the South, our lunch was called dinner, and we called our night meal supper. So in other readings I've talked about dinner. She's talking, that would be our lunch that we now. Dear Diary, I washed today. Charlie and Howard went to Atlanta this evening, and Harold and Normally, I kept Tate for Howard and Normally to go muscadine hunting. Now, muscadine's a grape, like, and you'd make jam and stuff with it, jelly. We enjoyed keeping him. Got a letter from Liam. 24th, Dear Diary, today was a nice day. I done some sewing and watched TV. Dear Diary, today I went to the dentist, had a tooth pull, had one of Elaine's filled. We both dreaded going, but wasn't too bad. She cried a little at first. Elaine's 11 years old at that time. Dear Diary, today we all went to church. Howard and Minnie had dinner with us. Then they took the girls for a ride. Charlie took Bess to Mrs. Burnett's. Dear Diary, today my face is swollen from having a tooth pull. I don't feel good. Mr. Charles Hayden, Francis Harold, Norma Lee, and Minnie came today. Dear Diary, today has been a pretty day. I have took it easy. Dear Diary, today I just done the regular housework and went to Mrs. Johnson's. Went to Francis's tonight. Reuben girls, Charlie, me, and girls went to the state fair or the county fair. Dear Diary, I done a washing, then mopped all the rooms. I'm awfully tired and going to bed. It is 9:15. It rained some this evening. Now this is October the 1st. Dear Diary, today has been awfully hot. I stayed with Charlie to tend to something while someone was at the hospital. I don't know who those people were. Dear Diary, today we went to the dentist, had Betty's tooth filled, that's me, ironed all evening, am tired. October 3rd, today we went to Beulah's, had a lot of fun, sure a hot ride back, got home about 5. And Aunt Beulah lived in Atlanta, so that was a pretty good long drive. October the 4th, Dear Diary, today Mrs. Johnson and I went hunting for a job, couldn't find one anywhere. Howard and Minnie came. Dear Diary, today has been hot. I mended some clothes, having to get a job tomorrow. Went to with the Johnsons tonight, Harmony Grove, that's a church. Dear Diary, today I went back with Mrs. Johnson looking for a job, still didn't find one. It rained a little this evening. October the 7th. Dear Diary, today was Beulah and my birthday. We are 44. I got a nice gift from Howard and Minnie. Now, she don't say what that gift is, and I wish I knew. I washed this evening. It's cool and cloudy. So that her twin sister is Beulah. Dear Diary, today the children was out of school. We went to Lonely Thread Mill. I ironed most of all day. I'm sorry, but some of this I just can't make out. Dear Diary, I took Betty and Wanda to the dentist, had one tooth each filled, had a piece of bone took out of my gums. Wanda sure did cry. Cool and pleasant day. And I know she talked about having her tooth pulled and her face swelling, so that's probably why it was. It's a piece of bone left in her gums. Dear Diary, today we went to church, a baptizing in the evening, back to church tonight. Been a nice day, sunny and warm. October the 11th. Dear Diary, today Mrs. Johnson and I went back looking for work. Didn't get any. We started one spread here at home. She likes to sew. Howard and Minnie come a while tonight. Also, Frankie and Baby. Now, people made bedspreads at home back then, so this is what her and her neighbor are doing. They're making bedspreads to sell. Dear Diary, today has been hot. Mrs. Johnson and I finished the spread. It looks pretty good. I baked a cake. She ate a piece with me. Dear Diary, today was partly cloudy. I done a big washing and went to see Grandma Richards. She is sick. Dear Diary, I took the children back to the dentist this morning. Beulah and family came this evening. We all went to the Valley Point School Carnival tonight. Had a lot of fun. Dear Diary, today was cold and windy. Minnie Ruth came out here to do her washing. We cut off a dress for Betty Sue, and Charlie took Bess to Mrs. Burnett's. Dear Diary, today Minnie, Ruth, Howard, and I went to town, got Wanda a dress, and a slip. They cost me $10.25. Now, I thought that was pretty expensive for a dress in 1954 for a little girl, and I know she didn't shop at any fancy stores, just the very basic stores. Minnie came home with me. We talked all evening. Dear Diary, today was the first frost this fall. Mama, Wayne, Musa, and the children, Leonard, Beulah, and family, and us all went to Rock City Gardens. Had a nice time. Everyone enjoyed going through the gardens. At Lookout Mountain. Dear Diary, Charlie left for Cleveland, Ohio. Now, I don't remember why he would have been going back to Cleveland. Apparently, work was slow and things were slow and he was looking for a job again up there. Mrs. Johnson came, said she was renewed in the Lord Sunday at Antioch. Children went to church tonight, and I stayed at Mrs. Richards till they got back. Dear Diary, today was cold. I missed Charlie being around the house. Howard and Minnie came to spend the night. My mother would not stay by herself at night, even with us kids there. Usually someone had to stay with her. Dear Diary, today Norma Lee and Tay and Howard and Minnie had dinner with me. I ironed some this evening, still cold and dry. Dear Diary, today was warmer. I done a washing, mopped all the rooms, waxed the bathroom, kitchen, and living room. The children went to Godfrey's to play after school. We had linoleum floors in the kitchen and living room and bathroom. Dear Diary, today was a nice, cool day. I ironed some. Mrs. Johnson came a while. Charlie came in from Ohio tonight and no job. Dear Diary, we are still needing rain. It is Indian summer. Tonight, the girls, Reba and her girls, and I went to Eastside School Carnival. October 24th, Dear Diary, today, Wynn and Lois came by, took us to Mama's. Mr. and Mrs. Massengill from Chattanooga went too. The mountains were beautiful with the colored leaves. The Griffins from Atlanta was there. So this is October 24th, fall of the year, and it was always beautiful going from our house to Ella J in the fall when all the leaves would be turning colors. Dear Diary, today has been a warm, bright day. I went with the girls to the GA's tonight. Charlie stayed home. Howard and Minnie came. I got a letter from John Henry. He is a PFC now, private first class. Dear Diary, today I ironed. Mrs. Dixon came this evening. She and I went to Mrs. Charles. Howard and Minnie came tonight. We watched I Love Lucy on TV. Oh my goodness, that was one of our favorite shows. Dear Diary, today I went to the dentist with Reba Richards. She had all of her teeth pulled. Nice day. Now, I bet it wasn't a nice day for Reba, but the weather was nice. October 28th. Dear Diary, today I washed another pretty day. Howard, Minnie, Normally, and Tate came. October 29th. Today I ironed a big ironing. The Richards children came. Charlie put his apples out to sell. October the 30th. Dear Diary, today has been cloudy and cold, rained some. Me and the children went to the Richards. HD and Minnie came. The girls, HD and Minnie took the girls to town tonight. This is the last day I'm going to read, and it's October 31st, 1954. Dear Diary, got up this morning, clear but a frost. It got cloudy and rained and snowed some. Elaine Betty went to Sunday school. I went to Mrs. Johnson's. So that was 2 months in the life of my mother in 1954. And she's just turned 44 years old. All three of us little girls are in school. One brother's in France, and the other brother's coming to visit with his wife about every day. So apparently they was needing work since Mama was looking for a job and my daddy went to Ohio again to look for work. We had lived up there 1 year earlier. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I tried to talk clearer, and hopefully you can hear me better. And if you enjoy this, subscribe and comment and let me know what you think, and I'll try to answer you. And maybe I'll do my travel video next about being in Vancouver and joining organizations when I lived in Atlanta that allowed me to travel with groups, since traveling with my husband didn't work out too good, as I detailed in one of my other videos. So let's just have fun at this. Let's enjoy it. Let's just try to make each other's lives better. And let's not be too picky. Let's just go with the flow, enjoy life. Try to make life better for everybody in your family and complete strangers. If you don't do anything but smile and say hello, I do that a lot at the grocery store to people that look like they're just on their last leg and just so sad. And sometimes I get a little smile back, and that just makes my day. So thank you, and I'm going to do my thing and reach over here and turn this phone off. Love you guys.